What's up? Good evening. Good late evening. um, so this is April and I am with I'm on my own channel, Cosmic Homegirl. I'm your Cosmic Homegirl. What's going on, you guys? It is late at night. Oh my gosh. Yasmin, thanks for coming through. Oh my gosh. Good thing you stayed up. Yes, I know. I've not broadcasted this late before. It's crazy. So I'm here to talk about the full moon in Scorpio. Yes, it's still going on. I know there were already a lot of videos and posts and stuff everybody else has already done in the last couple days. Of course, I'm late. um, Yesterday, which was April 29th, was more of the peak of the full moon in Scorpio. And, during that time, well, first of all, for those who don't know, my rising sign is Scorpio and it's 10 degrees. Okay. And my sun sign is Taurus and it's 10 degrees. Okay. So my solar return chart for my birthday for this solar year, which actually my birthday is today, which is the 30th, is my ascendant is 9 degrees of Scorpio. So pretty much this full moon hit me hard, man. I was like really drained, all of my feelings. So I apologize if I wasn't able to get a video out on the day of the full moon, but we're here to talk about it now, aren't we? Okay. So let's see. Oh, Brother Jerry said an X showed back up. Oh, say word, Brother Jerry. Interesting. Brother Jerry, remind us again, what is your rising? Aren't you a Taurus rising? I think you're a Taurus rising. Let us know. So, full moon in Scorpio. Let's just get right to it. So, what is a full moon? It's when the sun and moon are opposing each other in the sky, and in astrology, we know that they're in opposite signs. So, they bring tension in the air and frustration. And there's usually like the two opposing sides have to find a way to meet in the middle. They have to find a way to compromise. And that's when someone usually has a moment of, you know what? I can't take this anymore. And this is what I'm going to do. Right? I'm going to make some kind of a change in my life. Before the full moon happens, before the day of it, which is like the peak of it, like a few days before, even we're still in a full moon phase, and even a few days after. So as I'm doing this video the day after the peak of the full moon, we're still in the phase of it. It's still in the sign of Scorpio. Right now it's a 25 degree Scorpio. Okay, so it's still in Scorpio. Okay. So we're still feeling that vibe. Let me know in the chat if you're here live, and also in the comments if you guys are watching the recording, how has the full moon in Scorpio affected you guys so far? Have you guys had anything pop up? Like Brother Jerry said, he's spilling some tea right now, and he's a Gemini rising. Geminis are the kings and queens of spilling the tea. So he's letting us know. Okay. An X showed back up. Da da da. So that was actually your sixth house, Brother Jerry, which is not an area of relationships, but there's still some interesting stuff. Um, Today, so I did a lot of Scorpio stuff today. I did a lot of Scorpio stuff. Well, I went because it is my birthday. I went to see if I could browse around the mall, see if I could find any clothes, like at least one little thing for myself for my birthday to buy some clothes, right? So I went to a little spot and I saw all these beautiful, colorful clothes and stuff, And then it wasn't until I saw, because my rising and moon are in Scorpio this solar return year, and it's my natal rising too. So I saw a couple of items that were black because, Scorpio wears black a lot. And I was like, oh my God, those are the most beautiful clothing I have ever seen in my life. So I'm like, you know what? Hold up. It's a shame. Like all these beautiful colors around, and I had to choose something this black. I want to show you guys real quick. I'm in love with this freaking jumpsuit that I just bought that I had to wear it. I mean, it's my birthday, so I can do that, right? So it's pretty cool because it's got like these little, cutouts on the side. It's like super dope. It's a pants jumpsuit. I love it so much. So Scorpio digs, man. Had to get them. What else? After that, I did spend some time during this Scorpio full moon brooding a little bit, listening to some artists who are Scorpios and stuff like that. What else? Yes, I did visit a cemetery and kick it there with a friend that's there. So very Scorpio stuff. So let me see who's spilling some tea here, some Scorpio moon tea. Okay. So oh, okay. So oh, thank you, Yasmin, for the birthday wishes. Sophia says, I found out one of my exes is getting married. You're a Taurus sun and you're happy for him. So that is something that popped off in your seventh house of relationships as a Taurus. So that's really something coming to the surface, which a full moon definitely brings. Cyan Sam, what's up? Says, I was crying a lot about thinking about the past. My moon is in Scorpio. Oof, Scorpio energy can do that. If you are born with it, it is very hard for us to let go of the past. Very hard, especially if it's something traumatic or there was a soul bond, because Scorpio is a sign that does rule like a really deep soul bond with someone. So, those bonds are really hard to let go of. They're soul ties. They're not just like a surface level, a little conversation here and there with somebody, and I think they're cute and then keep it moving. Scorpio is a sign of we are linked at the soul. Okay. So we will hold on. And if we have to separate, it feels like death. So there, under a Scorpio full moon, there may be other people who aren't even Scorpios who are kind of experiencing feelings like this. So yeah, interesting. Let us know if you guys have been feeling that. Scorpio is close to your Venus, Sophia. Oh, so you have Venus in Scorpio and you are a Taurus rising. Okay, yeah, it's definitely relationship stuff for you. Mark, hey, what's up, Mark? Scorpio rising in the house. Hey, what's up, fellow Scorpio rising? So, Yasmin said, oh, okay, so what did Yasmin have to say? You're a Virgo rising. This was in your second house, and that you are keeping everything under wraps so far. You're serving divorce papers this Thursday. Ooh, you're having stuff pop up with Aries in your eighth house. See, that's a whole other thing, because Mercury is still in Aries and it's coming out of its shadow period, and it's going to be in Aries until I think sometime in May. But also we have Uranus finishing up its run through the sign of Aries, so it's finishing up that eighth house stuff, which can be divorce and separation. Indeed. Okay. So, definitely, if you were to look at the last lunar event, which is the new moon in Aries, Sophia, Yasmin, you probably saw that was something that was highlighted for Virgo people. Deja, what's up? Deja, make sure you check your email. Okay. Moon went into Scorpio and your body started falling apart 6 hours. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's totally whack. And, for you as a Gemini rising, it hit your work house too. So, I covered a lot of that for you once you check your email. Okay. So, yeah, I'll have some things to say about that. But I'm sorry to hear that you're having health issues. Yeah. So, Gemini risings definitely got to take care of your health. I will go through every sign and let you know exactly how the full moon is going to affect every sign. And if I am a little out of it, is because it is late at night. For those of you who are on the East Coast, I appreciate you being here, especially because it's like somewhere like in the butt crack of dawn over there right now, isn't it? Something along those lines. So I got my little Scorpio mug, my little cauldron. There's no smoke coming out of it this time. I'm drinking some kind of secret Scorpio elixir, So Denise says, you are a Pisces moon, Scorpio rising. Me too, girl. Me too. Me too. So what is the Scorpio full moon about? Just generally speaking, just as a collective, what is it about? Well, Scorpio rules things that are really, really toxic for you, and really, stuff that's like hidden beneath the surface, like secrets. Secrets are ruled by Scorpio. Well, Scorpio and Pisces, okay? But we're focusing on Scorpio here. So secrets, ones that you hide away, you stash away. You know that saying, skeletons in the closet? Mm-hmm. That's all Scorpio. Okay, skeletons in the closet, stuff that you hide away and that you think nobody will find out, or maybe you hide it away purposely because it's painful and traumatic and you don't want anybody to find out because of that. Um, that's all Scorpio stuff. And also, Scorpio is, like I said, it is like the soul. It's like a very soulful energy, you know, like especially if you are really connected to somebody on more than just a physical level. That's all Scorpio stuff. It rules merging with people, okay, like merging souls. And also, it can rule separating the separation of two souls if necessary. And to get more like on earthly terms, you know, the physical realm stuff and material world stuff, the eighth house can rule joining together when it comes to your assets. Or I'm sorry, Scorpio can rule joining together when it comes to assets, joint assets like money and furniture and business matters. And also the eighth house can, or Scorpio and the eighth house are the same thing. Scorpio can also rule the separation of that, like having to separate property from between two people, you know, or two entities or whatever. So Scorpio can also deal with codependency, latching on and leeching, okay, to keep it 100% up in here, which we try to do here on this channel. Latching on and leeching. You ever heard people talk about how somebody was so draining to their soul and they felt like they were leeching them and draining them for everything that they had, mind, body, spirit, everything. Everything in my Cat Williams voice. That is ruled by Scorpio. Actually, all the water signs deal with that, but we're only talking about Scorpio here, remember? Okay. Love Nena. What's up, Nena? How you doing? How you doing? Let's talk about the Scorpio moon. So Scorpio does rule that. Scorpio rules emergence, like emergence from, okay, so we always talk about the phoenix bird, how that's one of the representing symbols of the Scorpio energy is a phoenix bird because it was burned down to the ashes and then it rose above fresh, new, you know, this new pair of wings and everything that's all like shiny and all these colors and everything after it was burnt down. So that's what I mean by emergence, the emergence of like a resurgence, you know, like you were underground, you were low key for a long time because you were brooding, because you had something going on, because you had to transform. Also, the cocoon, Scorpio can deal with that, like being inside of a cocoon for a hot minute to get things right, hiding away from the world, to get things right with yourself. And then you emerge fresh and new, like, yeah, you see, you guys thought I was going to fail. Okay, I'm coming back stronger. Okay, so Scorpio can deal with that as well. So transformation, you know, that's part of it too. Same thing, transforming in a really big way, like to where other people weren't expecting it. Like you hide away and you just pop up back to the surface, like, what's up? Yeah, it's still me. I'm better than ever. So Scorpio deals with purging out. Okay, purging out. I've only seen like headlines of articles written on this on the full moon. I haven't really had the time to sit and read or sit and listen to anybody's video, to be honest. But I have seen purging come up in other things. So, you know, I'm sure you guys have too. It does rule purging things out that are unnecessary, that are just lingering and festering and toxic and all that nasty, ugly stuff. That's all Scorpio. It's getting that stuff out. I always say that Scorpio and Pluto, its ruling planet, rules plumbing, like getting down to the dirty underneath the surface and then getting it out. And it could be a bunch of nasty stuff, okay, that you don't even want to deal with, you don't want to see, but it's hidden under there and you have to get it out, you know? So even the flushing of toxins and detoxing can be seen through Scorpio sometimes, as well as some other signs. But Scorpio definitely can deal with that. So anything along those lines could be some themes that are popping up for people. You know, those are the most common ones that are coming up. So let me see what you guys are saying. Mark says, "Girl, I've been extra sneaky these days." Mark, why are you telling our secrets? Why are you letting people know the Scorpio ways? Shh. Okay, so you've been creeping around, Mark. Okay, Scorpio can roll creeping, like especially at night and after dark and everything. Most Scorpio people really love the nighttime and the dark because we feel like nobody can see us. You know what I'm saying? And like we're the ones that'll wear like lokes, okay? Like my man Easy back there, he's not a Scorpio that we know of, but he had the sun conjunct Pluto. So he wore those lokes so nobody can really see his eyes, okay, to see what he's really up to. But he could see everybody else what they're up to. So Scorpio definitely rules that. So Mark, you've been being sneaky. Okay, well, that's you. Okay. I haven't been as a Scorpio. So, and Yasmin, you too. What are you guys doing out there? Spill it. What are you guys doing this sneaky? Okay. Oh, thank you, Mr. Paul Nikki. Okay, this moon had you very emotional because you are a Taurus moon and a Cancer ascendant. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah. So, what else? You did a ritual where you had to forgive some faces and it had you in tears. This is definitely a full moon to do some kind of rituals like that. For sure, for sure. Yeah, forgiving. That means letting go. That means purging out old emotions that have been hidden underneath the surface. Most def. Okay. Yasmin says, I kind of popped off to the other day before the full moon. You had this crazy feeling like soon to be ex-husband's new girlfriend was going to touch your things. Your things, second house. Yes. Don't, if you're a second houser or a Taurus, people cannot touch your stuff, your things. We are really, really sticklers for that. You know, we could be a-holes about our stuff. So I hear you. I hear you. Brother Jerry said, Mark's been creeping. Mark, and I see Mark done disappeared. Okay. All right. You got territorial, Yasmin. I hear you, girl. I hear you. Yeah, it's definitely the full moon. I had a couple people reach out to me too. Like, one friend of mine is not a Scorpio, but they were saying, what's with the energy in the air? Because I feel super duper like I can't trust anybody and suspicious of everybody, and Scorpio energy can deal with that. And I was just like, girl, welcome to my world, okay? Because that's every day for Scorpios. We don't trust anybody. Everybody's a suspect. Oh, Mark, you're still here. Okay, good. Okay. Tulsi, what's up? Gemini rising, you do enjoy spilling the tea. Yes, you Geminis do. Okay, that's why I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are so freaking entertaining. So anyhow, let's get into your horoscopes, guys, because I don't really have much time. It's super duper late where I'm at, and I'm sure it's even later where some of you guys are tuning in. And I don't really feel like my usual bubbly self, not too much. And so I don't want to bore people. Oh my God, so boring, right? With my monotone, tired voice. So, but I still wanted to bring you guys a horoscope because I did have a few people reach out to me and ask, are you going to do a full moon video? Hello? Like, where's the video? Where's the video? So definitely got to try to be consistent, even though I've been in my feelings. Like I said, this full moon hit me really hard, and I've got a lot on my plate right now. So first of all, before I get into your horoscope, so I do have some new readings that are on my specials page on my website. So go check those out. Uranus is moving into Taurus in the month of May. That's creeping up very fast. And also I already have your eclipse horoscopes for the ones coming up this summer. I sure do. So go check those out. Everything else is still the same on my regular page, on my rates of services page. So if you would like a reading, hit me up. I'm also working on a webinar. I'm partnering with astrolata.com to do a webinar on, oh my gosh, it's in less than a week, only a few days, on May 6th. So if you'd like to participate in that, it's also going over Uranus and Taurus. It's in a lot more detail. It's different than what the readings are that I'm offering on my page, on my website. So if you'd like to check that out, then go check it out over there. And just thought I'd add that in real quick. So, Yasmin. Oh, my Pisces moon is 27 degrees, Yasmin. So not quite a conjunction, but in the same sign, most def. Okay, guys. So let's get into your horoscopes for the full moon in Scorpio, because it's still lingering. The effects of the full moon could be seen and felt and experienced up to a couple weeks after it. Okay, so we're still in that phase and it's still in full effect. Moonchild, I'm a Scorpio rising. My boyfriend hid something from me since October. It just surfaced. Girl, you've been MIA on him because this Scorpio full moon has you contemplating the Yes, I hear you on that. I'm sorry that you're going through that, but a full moon will like make something really come up to the surface. Oh yes, and in Scorpio, oh, it'll be bringing all the secrets out, honey. Okay, it sure will. So this full moon is in an aspect to Neptune. It's in a positive aspect to Neptune. Oh man, I was feeling that. Neptune is a very like intuitive planet. It brings more magic into our world, yes, but it also brings out more like intuitive abilities, like the ability to just feel things and just know things. And you don't have to have logic to explain them or to confirm them. You just know. So this will, and Neptune can be about secrets too. Neptune is about hiding things as well. So there's definitely like the full moon could be shedding light on secrets and things that have been hidden, on illusions. Neptune rules illusions, you guys, like the illusion that somebody is a good person, the illusions that we put out there on social media. You know, we're all guilty of that. Okay, of putting out like images and putting yourself out there to be a certain way that's all like perfect and everything. And really, there's a lot of stuff beneath the surface that has to do with you and who you truly are. So, you know, that's all Neptune stuff, and the full moon is shedding light on that. So most definitely. Oh my goodness. Astro Pluto Queen. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you're here. Girl, what time is it? What time is it? Don't you have a job? I know it is hella late on the East Coast, so I appreciate you being here. If you guys have not yet, follow Astro Pluto Queen. I don't know if you have anything on your YouTube channel, but you guys follow her though. Look for her on other platforms too that she's on, because she's also a really super dope astrologer. And she's a Scorpio rising sister, okay? So we have that in common. So anyhow, guys, what was I talking about? Oh, the aspects of the full moon. So it's only really making a really tight aspect to Neptune. And so shattering illusions, yes. Okay, for some of you guys, you've already told me. You've already said it's been shattering some illusions. But also bringing to light more, like more ability to pick up on things. Trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. Not allowing yourself to be super paranoid, of course, but trusting your intuition though. And where this, excuse me, the full moon is not really, technically, if I'm going to be a nerd, it's not really in a conjunction with Jupiter. It wasn't at the peak of the full moon, okay, like by degrees and all that stuff. But still, after the moon passes through Scorpio, Jupiter is still hanging out there. Jupiter is still hanging out there, going retrograde, bringing things back up, okay, that are in the area of Scorpio. Like, you know what? I still have yet to do a video on Jupiter and Scorpio. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting to for so long because it's all over the freaking news, the internet, everything. Jupiter and Scorpio is just sprinkled all over our world. You know how everybody is being exposed right now in the media, okay? And on social, and like, even not even just like major mainstream media, like the news and stuff. I'm even talking about, if you're a fan of YouTube, you know, people have been making more exposing videos, exposing this person, that person. So all of that is Jupiter and Scorpio, okay? It plays a big part. It's not the only planet that's doing that, but it plays a big part, Okay. So Jupiter in Scorpio, yeah, exposing. So exposing truths, yeah. So anyway, the full moon in Scorpio is highlighting this area, wherever it is, wherever Scorpio is in your chart, and Jupiter is going to continue to pass through there and bring some things up, bring some things back, and also move some things forward in this area of life too that I'm going to mention for you guys. So Mark says, I like to remember Neptune as the Jimi Hendrix of all the planets. You are spot on with that, Mark. You know what? I was just talking to one of my other Astro homegirls, the astrology lady, who's also here on YouTube, and she's super dope. And her real name is Apollonia. And I mean, hello, you guys know Prince is my boo. Okay. And he's like one of my twins as well. So having a buddy named Apollonia is like, oh my gosh, it's just meant to be. So anyway, Apollonia, she and I said Neptune, when we imagine his voice and how he talks to us, like when he's like giving us vibes and energy, he sounds like this like surfer hippie dude, or like he's a hippie and he's really on some stuff, right? Like some LSD or something. He's just like, yeah, man, just do it, man. Like it makes me think of the movie Half Baked. Half Baked, the dude on the couch. Was that the dude on the couch? I don't remember. Yeah, it was. But their friend, I don't remember their friend, but his hair was always just so jacked up, right? And he was like, come on, man, like always high. That's Neptune. That's what he sounds like. So Mark, you are right on point with that. Jimi Hendrix didn't exactly talk like that, but he kind of did. He was all about free love and all that stuff. So we got to see where Neptune is in Jimmy's chart. I haven't looked at his chart in years. But anyway, interesting. So yeah, the hippie planet Neptune, he is speaking to this full moon, bringing a little hippiness, but also shedding light on some truths and some secrets, okay? Some secrets are coming to light. Oh my gosh. So I am a big fan of YouTube. You guys know that, especially the beauty channels and stuff. I watch a lot of them, not all of them, but I watch like, some of them, a select group of them. And oh my gosh, there's this story floating around right now where this chick, like, you know how if you guys watch beauty YouTube, some brands, like major brands, makeup brands, they take all these like beauty influencers on a trip somewhere to promote a new product, to celebrate the promotion of it and stuff. Well, there was one that happened recently, and there was one YouTuber who hooked up with another YouTuber's man, and everybody knew about it. And then now it's been exposed I don't know why I'm talking about, because the full moon in Scorpio. Now it's been coming to light in the last few days. Like, I do watch Rich Lux, Mark Patterson. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Rich Lux. I love him now. I find myself using his lingo like second nature now. It's crazy. And and I'm like, yo, people probably don't know what the hell I'm saying when I'm like, yes, the house, clock at the house and all that. People are like, probably like, what? There's only a couple of my friends that I can use his little lingo with and say, no, ma'am. What's the tea, honey? All of that. Denise, go check out who he's talking about. This dude is hilarious. He's so hilarious. So anyway, exposure. Okay. Exposure the house, honey. Okay. Like, huge thing blown up. Like, a secret came out, and this chick was married. She was married and her husband was on this trip too. And she cheated with another chick's boyfriend on the same trip. It's crazy. But now it's like this big scandal that's like blown up on social media. It's crazy. But that's definitely some full moon in Scorpio stuff, bringing something like that to the surface. Yeah. The chick was hella embarrassed, Yasmin. And then the cheater girl is still trying to like act like she's a badass. Like, yo, I got receipts. And everybody's like, what are you talking about? The dude you cheated with admitted, yeah, I cheated on camera. The chick got like, I'm not even going to get into the whole thing. Just go watch some videos on Rich Lux's channel. He talks about it. But anyway, that's like a huge, like, scandals can be exposed with a full moon in Scorpio. Things can just be brought to light like that. Illusions shattered. Okay. So, interesting stuff. Okay, I know I'm like, it's late at night. I am tired. I'm rambling, you guys. My apologies, but let's get into your horoscopes, shall we? Okay. Okay. All right. So, full moon in Scorpio for Aries people. How's it gonna affect you guys if it hasn't already? Okay, so this is in your eighth house. So for Aries people, you are really, it's like double for you. Everything that we talk about, every transit, every horoscope thing, it's always double for Aries people, since you guys are the first sign of the zodiac, and you guys rule the whole natural order of the zodiac, as I call it. Oh my gosh, my nails are bare, you guys. I think I'm gonna paint. I have my polishes out. I'm gonna paint them. Hope you Aries people don't mind me starting with your sign and like painting my nails and stuff. I just don't know what color. I have like mad like different colors. I'm thinking clear. I'm thinking au natural because it's Taurus season. And for another reason too, one of my friends who is no longer here, he used to paint my nails for me. I think he was a Libra rising. You know how Libra men can be a little metro, you know, but I love that about them. He used to say, bring your a clear nail polish. I'm gonna paint your nails. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that in his honor. So Aries people, sorry to interrupt, but I'm gonna paint my nails clear. So yeah, you guys have some really major stuff coming to the surface. Okay, you guys are the one of the number one signs to do. You know, the eighth house can rule trauma. So some of you guys, I really feel for you because you may have like some traumatic things that come back to the surface that maybe you stashed away, or maybe another person stashed away, that they, you know, something that they did to you and they tried to hide it away, and now you've brought it out to the surface. um you know what this makes me think of? Also that interview with Khalees and Nas. Oh my gosh. Or with Khalees about Nas, and Nas is an Aries moon. So a lot of stuff that he had hidden away uh, in the eighth house from his moon came up to the surface, and it was very traumatic stuff, and it did revolve around divorce, which can be seen through the eighth house as well, and child support, which also could be seen through the eighth house. So even though people are like, oh, Nas is a Virgo, yeah, but his moon is Aries. Okay, so he's an Aries also, like you guys. So some of you guys, it could be you that hid stuff away and it's coming up, or it could be other people, you know, hid some stuff away. Your Aries friend found out his wife cheated Sophia. Girl, oh my gosh, yeah. So lots of major tea being spilled for Aries. But this could be, you know, a good opportunity, because we have to talk about both sides, the good and the bad, okay? So for some of you guys, the good of this could be finalization of something. Some Aries people are, I know a lot of yeah, some Aries people, you could be going through a divorce or trying to settle something to do with money that's owed to you one way or another. It could be a settlement. It could be something that you've been waiting for, like an inheritance. It could be, yeah, it could be trying to figure out some child support and custody and things like that. And maybe this could be a finalization, like, oh, finally, it's going to be resolved. Finally, I get some answers. Finally, I have tracked that mother down. Okay, I've got his address. He is going to be served, or she is going to be served. And now, you know what? It's going to be time. It's going to be collection time soon. Okay, so it could be something like that for Aries people. But also the eighth house, with it ruling those soul bonds that I told you guys about. It could be you guys deciding to allow yourself to take things to that next level with another person, and allow yourself to merge with them on a soul level. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It could be anything like that. Allowing yourself to let somebody in, you know, maybe you've had some blocks up, you know what I'm saying? You've been too busy, and now it's like, you know what? I think I want to take things to this level, okay, with this person. I think I'll let them in. They're cool. So maybe you could be doing something like that, Aries. So yeah, it's anything in regards to money, joining forces with money, separation of assets and money, and also intimacy and also trauma and secrets coming to light for Aries, basically, is what we're saying here. Okay, so we're gonna keep it moving. Nas is a Virgo. Oh, Mark. Oh, you know, I was so disappointed. I am still I'm like, illusions were shattered. Hello, this full moon shattered the illusion that I had of Nas. Like, I think he is gorgeous, and I'm a huge fan of his music. So I'm just like appalled and taken aback. But Khalees, I don't think she's lying. I'm really good at reading people's energy and everything. A lot of people, not just me, were like, she's not lying. I can tell. She's just being genuine and real. So it sucks, right? It really sucks. But Jupiter in Scorpio is going to continue to bring things like this to light about people that you look up to, that you thought were wholesome and good and everything all these years. They're gonna their skeletons are gonna go whoo, flying out of that closet, unfortunately. So anyhow, but Nas is still beautiful. He's still fine. I mean, on the surface, you know. When he's not mean mugging, I mean. Okay. Anyway, moving along to Taurus. So Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, the full moon in Scorpio. This is something in regards to relationships for Taurus people. Okay. So Taurus is something can be brought to light in regards to your relationship. And also through full moons, the moon rules emotions, and a full moon is a super emotional time, like mad emotional, to where people just like go off. Okay. They want to explode in anger or whatever they're feeling and just let it all loose. So I've noticed that a lot of fights happen when there's a full moon in someone's relationship house. They tend to have a fight of some kind. But sometimes it's something that needs to happen. It's something that's been brewing and boiling underneath the surface. People have been playing Mr. Nice Guy, Miss Nice Girl, not really speaking out about things in the relationship that aren't so cool, things that maybe need to change. So a full moon in the sign of your relationships, Taurus, yeah, could be some kind of a disagreement or an argument. But sometimes it can lead to some changes, you know, like, look, I've been wanting to tell you this for a long time, but the way that you throw things around the house or the way that you do this or do that, okay, bothers me. And it's really like a deal breaker for me. Okay. So I don't like it. And either you change it or I go. Like either you stay or go. That type of thing could be brought up with the full moon in your relationship house. But the stay or go decision doesn't always have to mean an argument or something emotional pops off. Okay. It can mean something good, like you just feel so great about the person that you are interested in and want to take things to the next level. So you're like, you know what? I'm just overwhelmed with emotions, with good feelings, good emotions. And I think I want to be with this person. I'm going to make that decision now. I don't know why I can't ever say decision. I'm going to make that decision to propose, to ask somebody out, to go steady, like the old folks used to say back in the day, going steady and have a little promise ring and all that. Stuff like that can happen with the full moon in your relationship house. It can be a decision to separate or to join forces, you know, in a commitment. And it could also be, excuse me, with a collaboration or like a business partnership too, that you make a decision with the full moon in the 7th house. So yeah, good luck to Tauruses. I'm also a Taurus. I'm a Taurus sun. Oh, my birthday's over. Dang it. It's past midnight now. But yeah, my birthday, when I started this live broadcast, it was my birthday. Okay. But I'm a Taurus, and there was nothing crazy that happened with my relationship today. Nothing crazy, but maybe it's like some realizations about stuff, or like, yeah, just some feelings and stuff. But you know, like I said, the effects of the full moon can last up to a couple of weeks. So cross my fingers, no craziness. But I'm sure everything will be cool. But it's just like some kind of relationship decision or a discussion that you may have. Okay, so that's for Tauruses. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys. So Yes, Astro Pluto Queen, Nas's dark side of Virgo. I know the fantasy is gone. It's gone. That's definitely this full moon at work. Okay, making that trine to Neptune. Woo. Okay, next up is Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Full moon and Scorpio for you guys. I think I should put another coat on. Okay, keep it going. So Gemini, this full moon in Scorpio is happening in your sixth house. Sixth house is work. So it could be you guys make a decision that has to do with your work. I don't know if I was gonna say, I don't know if Deja's still in the house, but she's a Gemini. She's a Gemini rising. Definitely trying to make some major work decisions. Okay. So whether to stay or go in that type of environment. Are you happy at your job? Are you not? And what are you going to do about it? If you're not happy, are you going to quit? I'm sure some Geminis have some things like that to report to us. Okay. Report it to your peoples here, Gemini. Did you quit your job? Are you planning on quitting your job? What's going on? Or maybe some of you guys could be starting a new job already. I was just browsing a little bit on Facebook earlier, just very briefly, and I saw a friend of mine's like, today was my first day at work at this job. And I was like, oh, that's cool and stuff. So I don't know, maybe she's a Gemini rising. But yeah, so maybe you guys are starting something new when it comes to work. And it could be something like a promotion. It could be them moving you somewhere in your company if you work for a company. It could be, just maybe the decision to start the process of looking for something new. So when it comes to health, oh my gosh, Deja, I know you don't want to get like too personal about like, what's going on with you physically and stuff, but Miss Deja here did say that the full moon in her sixth house, she said she feels like her body is falling apart. So I really feel for you, Geminis, if that's happening to you, but it could mean that your body has had it. Like I said, full moons are, I can't take this no mo sometimes. And so maybe it's your body telling you, look, you need to make some kind of changes. Okay. We have been trying to tell you, okay, but you're not listening. So now will you listen? Bam, here's a pain there. Bam, here's this problem, that problem. And then you're like, oh my God, what's going on with me? That's your body telling you like, hello, change your diet, exercise. Okay, lay off of this habit, change this habit. I think I did have another Gemini write a comment on another one of my videos saying something like that. Like they decided to cut off some bad habits. Full moons are good times to do that. A lot of people make decisions to stop bad habits during full moons. And a lot of times it is when it's on the axis of their 6th and their 12th houses, because that is with the 6th house rules, your day-to-day routines and habits and stuff. So, some of you Geminis definitely need to make some kind of decision like that. I have a friend, a really good friend of mine who's also a Gemini rising. And what she decided to do is start like some 21-day fitness challenge, something or another. I don't know if she's going to watch this replay. She tends to watch some of my videos. But if my girl T is watching, she's Gemini rising and she's doing some kind of fitness challenge thingy. And it sounds really dope. I know it might be a little too late, but I was thinking of maybe I'll start it. I don't know. But yeah, so something to do with your health, a decision that you're making. So Olga says, true, my body has been dying. I'm a Gemini sun. I feel like, girl, that's a little harsh there. But you know what? Scorpio energy can be very harsh. And talk about, she said she feels like she's decaying. Oh my God, that's such a Scorpio thing to talk about. But yeah, so a lot of you other Geminis, just something can be brought to the surface and brought to your attention about what you need to make changes in with your health. And it could also mean maybe not something as intense as the other girls here and what they're saying. Excuse me, but it could be something like, something good that you just decide to do for yourself. And it's not brought about by like major drama with your body, aches and pains. It's just, you know what? I think I'm going to do this. And there you go. And then you do it, right? But hopefully you guys stick to it, because I know my Gemini people, it's hard for you guys to stick to things because your mind is always on to the next thing, like within seconds. But really try to stick with it, though, for the sake of your health, because remember, Jupiter is going to continue to go through that 6th house. And sometimes Jupiter can blow things up like a projector on a screen. So even if there's a problem, it can blow up a problem. Okay, it's not always just good luck and a magical genie and like, hold on, like this little Buddha man right here. There's plenty for everyone. Hi, this makes me think of Jupiter. Okay, he's not always this guy. Okay, sometimes he could be like this. Okay, making this face. Like, oh, okay. You thought what? Let me show you something. So anyway, that's for Gemini. So good luck to you guys. So let me take a sip so I don't lose my voice, and then we'll go on to Cancers. So Cancer, and thank you guys for still sticking with me, even though it's like super hella late. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising people, the full moon in Scorpio is in your 5th house. Okay, so this can be a decision that you are making that is based on Gary. Oh my God, Gary's in the house. Gary is a Gemini rising, and he just missed his horoscope. But maybe you can catch your sun sign. So anyway, we're on Cancer, okay? We're talking Cancers. So Cancer, the full moon is hitting your 5th house, so it could be a decision based on children, based on having children, based on the children that you already have, if you do have. It could be something that has to do with like your children coming into a new chapter in their lives, completing a milestone or something, and you got to make a decision. Like, at least where I live in the US, this is the time of year where graduations and proms and stuff happen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, graduations. I think prom season's already over. But like major decisions could be needed to be made with your kids, like in regards to, okay, well, are you going to graduate? And if so, well, where are you going to go? Are you going to go to college? You're going to get a job? Like, what are you going to do? So it could be something like that for Cancers that you got to work on. Asia says, I have no kids, no babies, fam. Okay, so I'm getting to you guys, the Cancers that don't have babies. So for you guys, it could be something in regards to like a dating situation that you're making a decision. You are making a decision of whether or not to continue going with somebody that, like, when I think of the 5th house, I think of stuff like online dating. Okay, I've never tried online dating. I have been in a relationship long term since before those little apps came out. So I don't know exactly how they work. I just hear about them, but it makes me think about them, like 5th house stuff. Like you just flirt with somebody. You know what I mean? You just flirt. You talk, you chat a little bit, and then I guess you swipe left or right if you like somebody or not, or something like that. So yeah, maybe a decision of whether or not to take things to the next level of trying to have a commitment, like a 7th house thing from the 5th house, skipping over to the 7th with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And so it could be something like that for Cancer, something dating. Online dating is trash. Oh, thanks for letting us know, Gary. Thanks for letting us know. But also Cancers, it could be, if it's not dating or kids, something in regards to, like, the 5th house is, I always say, it's like what makes your heart happy. And a lot of times that does mean hobbies. We do mention hobbies with the 5th house. So it could be like something that you are talented in, like a creative talent that you have, and whether or not to really do something with it or get back into it, something like that can be seen through the 5th house. Like if you used to play a sport, you used to play an instrument, and you're like, you know what, I'm really good at this, but I had to put it to the side for whatever reason. Now maybe it's like, you know what, I'm deciding I'm going to get back into dancing. I'm going to get back into singing, whatever your talent may be. So it could be something like that. Or that just in general, you want to do what makes your heart happy. And you make a decision based on that. And that decision can involve anything, many different things in your life. Like you're in a serious relationship, not a 5th house one, but maybe a 7th or an 8th house type of relationship. But it's not making you happy. There's no romance. Because the 5th house does rule that smoozy, bougie, lovey-dovey, like all that stuff type of romance is 5th house. And if you need that and you're not getting it, you could be making a decision. You know what? Bye, because I need to look for that. I need somebody to hug me and hold me and cuddle me and all that good stuff. Okay. So that's what it is for Cancer people. Okay. People catfishing, looking like Holly Berry online, but Kevin Hart in person. Gary. I'm sure that's the truth. Oh my gosh. Yes, nowadays we can do some things online, okay? Or what was it in Friday? I look like Janet Jackson. He's like, look more like Freda Jackson. Back in the day, that was the catfishing. Meeting somebody over the phone, being attracted to their voice and asking them, so what do you look like? Well, I got this, that. I look like this, that, and the other. And then your imagination just had to run wild. Be like, okay, I'm picturing and I'm matching it with the voice. Okay, I think I struck gold on this one. Then you meet them. No. 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 So anyhow, next up is Leo. Leos. Oh, Miss Leo Scorp Aqua. Thanks for coming through and thank you for the compliment. So we are on Leo now, okay? We're talking about you guys. So for the Scorpio full moon for Leos, this is hitting home base. It's hitting your family. It's hitting your actual place that you live. Your decision to maybe live somewhere or to move. Some of you guys may be in the process of moving. Some of you guys have to make that decision of whether or not to move or to stay where you're at. Some of you guys may have like a major family thing going on that comes up and it has to be addressed. Could be a disagreement. It could be something that's major that's not really that great, Leo, but it's something that comes to the surface and comes to the light. I definitely can see for some Leos, maybe like family secrets revealed or something that you didn't realize about maybe your roots or your ancestry that was hidden away. And now it's like exposed because remember, Scorpio is a sign of exposed, and then it's making an aspect to Neptune, which can, the two working together, shatter illusions, honey. Okay. So, could be something like that for Leo people. It could be you guys are finalizing something to do with your home, like you are selling a house, you're buying a house, you're finally going to get the keys, you got the paperwork, you got something done, something completed with your place of living. Okay. Miss Leo Scorp Aqua says, yes, my mom is moving back to Cali. So interesting. And mothers can be seen through the fourth house sometimes too, or just family members. And it's like a major family thing that's happening. So yeah. Oh, Jupiter's blessings. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm totally feeling my rising and moon and my solar return rising and moon is what I'm talking about. Sorry. But anyway, Leo, back to you guys. I know you're like, oh, you were talking about me. Now you're talking about you. Okay. Leo. So something with your family, okay, is definitely changing or decisions are being made. And it could be a decision to kick somebody out, even to kick someone out that's been living with you. Or it could be to let somebody move in with you as well. Or maybe to get a dog, to get a cat, to decide to start a family. Any of those things could be going on with the full moon in your fourth house. So that's what it is for Leo people. It's all family stuff. So next up is Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. Speaking of Virgos, which you guys are talking about in the chat. So where's the full moon affecting you guys? Well, this is in your third house. So it's affecting like the third and the ninth house axis. And the Neptune is in your seventh. Ooh, so this is like a social full moon for you. Could be something social that is changed or decided upon. Sometimes a full moon in the third can bring you a new communication device or a new travel device, I guess you could say, what your vehicle is if you drive, or even like decide to do something different in order to get to your point A and point B day to day. Okay, so if you take public transportation, maybe you decide to take another route, you decide to do something else. Yeah, so it could be something like that. Or maybe something is finalized, like my mom is a Virgo sun, and she's working on finalizing some repairs on her vehicle. The vehicles can sometimes be seen through the third house or like issues with the vehicle or something revolving around the processes of your vehicle working and getting you places can be seen through the third house. So some of you guys may have that finalized, completing some repairs. So what else for Virgo people with the third house? It could be something with your siblings too, like a relationship thing with them. Like if you want to cut off some siblings or cousins because they are shisty or they spilled your secrets or something, or some secrets can come about those family members too. Something that was hidden away that you didn't know. Bam, finding out somebody spilled the tea. Okay. So for Virgo people, yeah, also starting up something that revolves around media. Okay, like starting up a blog or vlogging or YouTubing. YouTubing, is that a word? Yeah, is that how we say it? Yeah, being a YouTuber, putting yourself out there on video. What else? Also starting like to write a book. Okay, have something published. Websites, articles, that's all third house stuff. So you could be starting something with that or making the decision to at least do that for Virgos. So yeah, that's for Virgo people. So next up is Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How is the full moon in Scorpio affecting you guys? So this is affecting your second house, which is all about that cash flow, all about that money. Okay. So you guys can be making a decision to maybe start a new job or quit a job or something like that too. Just like your fellow all the air signs, it's kind of like based on something to do with money or your job or something like that. So you guys are another sign, Libra, that could be getting a new job, leaving a job. Sometimes with full moons in your work or money houses, you can actually get fired. You could be getting fired from a job. I don't like to scare people, but I do like to tell the truth. Okay. So if that happens during a full moon, just know it's a fated event. It's something that is meant to happen at this time. And it's like, maybe the door will open to something else, some other kind of way at a different time for you. It was just the time is up. Timing is right for this to end because a full moon can show endings to things. So, yeah. So that means that some of you guys, yeah, you could be changing your job or something like that. It could be that you guys make a decision based on money that doesn't necessarily have to do with your job, but it's just how you handle money. It could be like a major, huge, what we call big ticket item. When I used to work in credit card services, big ticket items that you decide to purchase, like a fairly large purchase that you're making a decision about. It could be a car or a house or anything, like investing in something big, for Libra people. It could be like a cutting off of something to do with money too. Like you're going to stop a certain spending habit. You want to pay off a bill, like get rid of it so you don't have any more monthly payments. Something like that, something revolving around money for Libra people. Yeah, so that's what's going on for you guys, for Libras. So I'm going to take a sip, see what you guys are saying, then I'll get to Scorpio, of course. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on in the chat. But anyway, let's keep it moving. So Scorpio, full moon in Scorpio, full moon in your sign. I'm trying to Google like Prince. I'm trying to do my best Prince Google. Am I doing it right? I probably look hella stupid. Anyway, Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. How's a full moon in your sign affecting you? Okay. It's going to be in your sign, in your first house, your body, your life path, you, yourself, and you. Okay. So something that you want to change about yourself, realizing things about yourself. It could be about your appearance that you want to change. Actually, leading up to the full moon, I finally got a haircut, a trim, after I don't even know how long. As a Scorpio rising, I was like, you know what? I can't take my nappy ends of my hair anymore. And I can't take my hair not growing because I'm a fifth house moon as well. And fifth house and Leo and our hair. I'm used to having waist length hair, and because I color it all the time with cheap hair dye to try to save money, it just falls out and breaks. And you know, to a fifth house moon, not having any hair, I feel like I'm bald headed. Okay, like having my hair like this short, I'm bald headed. I might as well be bald. Okay, so I'm like, you know, I'm tired of this. A full moon could be, I can't take this anymore. Tired of being bald headed. So I want my hair to grow. So I got a trim and I got it colored, but it was like all organic hair dye and stuff at an organic hair salon, which costs a grip, but it's worth it. I'm like, I'm going to invest in my wig again. Okay. So I decided to do that as a Scorpio rising, something to do with your appearance, your body. All right. So let me know, Scorpios, what have you decided to do? I know another Scorpio rising who got their hair colored and did something major and drastic with their hair. What else? I don't know. You guys let me know. At least I didn't pull a Britney. Yes. No, I haven't been pushed to that point, Gary, but you know, Uranus is creeping up. He's creeping up on me hardcore, like, zzz, you know, it's gonna be hitting all my Taurus stellium. So I don't know if I'll do a Britney bald headed, like crazy bald lady thing. I don't know. I hope not. But we've got 8 years to find out, okay? But until then, I'm trying to have my goal be to be back to waist length again, okay? I can't take this. So, and what else? What else? I'm still on a slim thick mission, as some of you guys know who follow me on Instagrams, because I'm so used to being I'm usually like 90 to 100 pounds. Okay. And people always have made fun of me about that. They make rude comments to me on a daily basis about my size and my weight. So Jupiter and Scorpio, I'm happy. I'm like, I just looked at myself during the Scorpio full moon and I'm like, you know what? Operation Slim Thick is in full effect and working well. I'm gonna keep it going. So I had my dude like, hey, let's go to Red Lobster. I'm gonna get my grub on, you know, to keep the operation going, okay? Because I really want to still continue to change my appearance in that way. You know, that's just a personal preference, okay? So thick gang, yes, yes. So Scorpio risings. Anyway, enough about just me as a Scorpio rising. What about you guys? Let me know what changes you decide to make with your appearance, with your body, or with your life in general. Like, you may be thinking about where you are, who you are, how people see you. Sorry, I know that messes with the mic when I do that, but I'm just passionate, okay? So where do you want to be? Are you there yet? Are you there yet? And if not, what do you have to do to get there? So you could be really pondering a lot of stuff about life, Scorpio. And like Scorpios tend to do that anyway. Just really think deeply about life and who's in it and why are we here and what am I doing and what's the deeper meaning and all that stuff. So this moon definitely can have you in that type of state of mind, really digging deep back there and bringing some things out. And yeah, but it could also be something about a decision regarding relationships for Scorpios too, because the sun part of this full moon is in your 7th house. So it could be, you know what, I'm deciding to leave this relationship because it's not good for me and it's toxic to me, to my being, and doesn't allow me to be my true self, something along those lines. Or it could be the opposite. You decide to get into a relationship because you feel like this person can enhance your life. You know, like you guys can work together and like really do some beautiful things together to make a great life, you know, together. So it could be either good or bad in the relationship front, but it really is about you, Scorpio, making changes that are good for you personally and being more focused on yourself in some kind of way. Okay. Astro Pluto Queen is a fellow Scorpio rising sis. She said, I gained some extra weight in your booty and you love it. Oh, well, good for you, girl, if you have those booty goals. I hear you. I know I was on a mission to get some of mine back because, you know, children will snatch a lot of your things away. And I don't mean snatched in like the way they mean it now. I mean like in the old school meaning of snatch, like snatch it away. Okay, so my last kid did that. So, you know, I'm getting a little bit back. You know what I'm saying? Miss Leo Scorbacqua says, making you chubby after the full moon, so you've been rollerblading again. Good for you, girl. Mark is also Scorpio, says, I've been thinking about quitting. Wait, where'd it go? Quitting weed, but the idea alone gives you anxiety. Oh yeah. See, um, quitting things, quitting any habits that have to do with your physical body can definitely be involved in a full moon in your first house too. So yeah, Mark, it's a tough decision, but you may be making it like a finalizing your decision over the next couple of weeks. So good luck with that. Astro Pluto Queen, in the process of moving, a lot of positive changes in your relationship. Ooh, I'm looking forward to more developments. Okay, to seeing more developments with that. And just drink coffee with a donut every day, then have dinner like lunch. You did that when Jupiter hit your first house. You gained weight quick, but you were loving to. I know. I hear you on that. You decided to try for a serious relationship, not to try for one anymore. You just want to have fun. Leo, Scorpio, Aqua, are you a Scorpio rising? You know what? Actually, doesn't matter. Wherever your Scorpio is, if it's your sun, moon, or rising, Uranus is creeping up. It'll be in your seventh house of relationships. So during Uranus in the seventh, I'm not saying that it's a bad idea to be in a serious relationship. It can bring some really dope, fun, exciting things if you are in a relationship already. But if you're not and you're trying to be serious, it's just too much. Like, Uranus brings too much instability. It brings too much of, like, it's a buzz constantly, and he throws lightning bolts. So he's throwing lightning bolts in your relationships. Okay, like as soon as something starts, it's like as soon as they run off. Okay, so that could also be not too bad of a decision that you're gonna make because of Uranus creeping up on you. So yeah. Okay. Booty goals, yes. Thick bitch gang, yes. Trying. But not too much. I have the moon and Jupiter conjunct in my solar return chart, you guys. Oh my gosh. In the first house, I'm hoping for no pregnancy. Okay, I don't need any more kids. I'm too old. Okay, I already have one graduating high school. So I'm like, I'm not trying to have any new ones come through. But also I don't want to look like Big Pun. Okay, like no offense if you are, your body is like that. Okay, that's your body type. But that's not my personal goal. It's just to be a little bit more. I can't think of an example because I'm like hella tired, but slim thick. Okay. Anyhow, let's keep it moving. Sagittarius. So Sag, sun, moon, or rising, how's the full moon in Scorpio affecting you guys? So this is in your 12th house. Ooh, okay. So Sagittarians, you guys are another sign that could have some like bad habits that you want to get rid of. The 12th house can rule bad habits that are more like addictions, like escapism tendency addictions that are, they're toxic. They're not good for you. Like, you shouldn't be doing it because you still have things that you have to handle here on earth, because the 12th house, it rules the spirit realm. It rules like other realms. Okay. Besides here in the present, okay, on earth. So if you have been dwelling in there and like doing things that keep you away from being present here, handling your responsibilities, taking care of yourself, taking care of other people that you may be responsible for, those are the things that dwell in the 12th house. Okay. Like just going off into your own zone, your own time zone, not caring about what time it is, not caring about anything. So anything that you may have to stop or cut off in those regards, Saggies, you may be dealing with that. And yeah, like I said, that means addictions, because you know how some people, they do depend upon substances to take their minds away to another place. And then they forget, oh, snap, bills have to be paid. Oh, children have to be fed. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. So it could be cutting off an addiction or a bad habit. For Sagittarians, it could be something in regards to taking time out for yourself, because maybe you've been like working too much, because the opposite end of this is the sun in Taurus. Taurus season has began. And so some of you Saggies may be working a lot more, working overtime, hopping on that hamster wheel, like I call it, just go, 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 and not even getting off. So you may be staying up late, you may be working yourself too much and not taking that time to relax or get some rest or nourish your soul, your spirit. You know what I mean? So the 12th house rules all of that stuff, like making sure you're taking care of that part of your world and yourself. So also Saggies, this is a good full moon to pay really close attention to the dreams that you have at night, because you could be getting some insights, some downloads from other sources, you know, like your spirit guides, your angels, your guardians, your ancestors, you know, your loved ones that are in the spirit realm. They can come through with those insights and let you know some really important stuff. So definitely pay attention to that for Sagittarians. I know the peak of the full moon is already passed and everything. I was going to say, oh, this is a good one for doing like some little water rituals involving water. Could be good for this. But I mean, you guys can still kind of work with this energy. The moon is still in Scorpio. It's still in the full moon phase. It's in the very latest degrees of it, but you still have time. Okay. So next up is hold on. Who? I don't sleep. Gemini. Yes. Garrett, Gemini. Geminis don't sleep. You guys are crazy. I swear on everything, you guys do not sleep. I'm like, I don't know. Yo, like, how? My Pisces moon wants to know how, Sway. How do you guys not sleep? Or you sleep 3 hours and you wake up like wired. And then Geminis, you guys are the kings and queens of drinking coffee, going to Starbucks, drinking your Starbucks, your coffee. I'm like, dude, you guys, I don't know how you do it, but I really envy you though for being able to do that, man. Because my Pisces moon is like, yo, if I don't get like 10 hours of sleep, I can't function. Don't talk to me. Okay. So anyway, you're up at night thinking a lot. Oh, Lord have mercy. I know you guys, your brains never stop, and neither do your mouths for a lot of you guys too. Oh, my lovely Gemini people. I love you guys so much. Okay. So coffee is your crack. I know, Geminis. You guys, Lord have mercy. Kings and queens of coffee. So, but moving along to Capricorns. Okay. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. How is the full moon in Scorpio affecting you guys? So this is in your 11th house. So this is like if you belong to any type of social groups, and that could mean social media too. There could be like some decision that you guys make of whether to stay or go, to keep it moving, you know, to keep going, or to start something new. This can mean anything. Like if you belong to like a little group, a little crew, you know, you guys have a common interest that you guys participate in, a talent that you guys all have. It could be like you deciding to separate yourself from them because maybe there's something that doesn't sit well with you anymore that they do. Maybe they do some things, and on the opposite end of this is the 5th house. So that's like your individual self. And it maybe like what they do doesn't really resonate with you anymore. Like you feel like, oh, well, what they represent, I don't think it represents me as an individual. Like I've kind of grown out of what views they have are like totally different from what views I have now. So I'm going to leave. Or it could be just a friendship in general, like with one person that you decide to cut off. Okay, there. Next. And Capricorns tend to have a small circle of friends anyway. You guys are the kings and queens of that saying, keep your circle small. Because you know, like, I don't know, there's lots of reasons why, lots of reasons I can list. But Capricorn, it could be, something involving friendship. It could be something involving like a release of a project on social media of whether or not to do it, release it to the public, you know. So if you're a Cappy that does any of that stuff, it could have been your release date yesterday or the day before, or maybe it's coming, you know, in the coming days or weeks or whatever. So, oh, Astro Pluto Queen says, my group is a Capricorn rising. We had to handle some business a few days ago. Yes. So That sounds about right. A full moon up there, it's highly emotional, highly emotional. And I bet it probably involved kicking people out or something, didn't it? Because full moons could be times it's like, you know what? I'm kicking somebody to the curb. I'm kicking a habit. It's like getting rid of. And next. So it could be that, or yeah, so if you're like the manager of a group or something, it could be something along those lines. What else for Cappies? Full moon in the 11th. Yeah, so maybe releasing a project, a website, announcing something on to the public on social media. Could be something like that. Or deleting your social media. Oh my gosh, could be deleting your social media pages, deciding, you know what, I'm not messing with Facebook or Twitter, Instagrams, like none of those anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm just gonna delete my page, excuse me, deactivate, or start deleting people off of it. Some Capricorns had time today, okay? So yeah, that's what it is for Capricorn. Nothing too major. This is not like a super emotional area of your life, Capricorn. It does deal with other people, so it could just be dealings with others. There was like a lot of heightened emotions there. You had to handle something. Astro Pudung, yep, that's all it was. 3 people got kicked out for being disrespectful. And you try to reason with them. See, that's the full moon being the sun and the moon, like you're trying to compromise. These two energies are trying to work with each other to come to a middle ground, and things end up going either one way or the other, to one side or the other. So good for you for handling that. Dang. Okay. She had time today. I haven't had a chance to peep it. I've been trying to lay low off social media myself because I have like way too much going on. Lots of readings and 2 major projects that are due this week. Business stuff, big business. So I've been like, trying not to be too, playing around too much on the internet. Still popping in here and there to be petty and goofy, of course. But anyhow, moving along. So Capricorns, good luck with all that stuff. So next up is Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. Full moon in Scorpio. What does it mean for you? Well, it hits your 10th house, which is your career, which is how people see you, which is your public image. Interesting. It makes me think, I'm wondering if anybody who has been in the public eye, who's had like crazy stuff emerge about them, is an Aquarius rising. I'm wondering now. I've always suspected Khalees to be an air rising. She gives off air vibes to me, even though she's got this huge Leo stellium and she's got a Mars in Cancer. But I feel like an air energy from her. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if she's an Aqua rising and like a 7th house stellium or what. But anyhow, so Aquarians, yeah, you guys are having some kind of public image thing go on. It could be you guys that are also maybe deciding to release a project to the public, like something that you've been working on for a long time, and it can maybe boost your image or your career, or maybe some of you guys are getting a promotion. Oh my gosh, I have lots of Aqua rising friends. I'm like, yo, I'm really rooting for you guys. If you're aiming for something like that, like recognition, promotions, something along those lines. Maybe a change in the direction of your career for Aquarians. So, excuse me. Yeah, the change in direction, like you want to switch it up, switch lanes. And maybe you just make that decision. You know what? The career that I'm in right now is not actually true to me. I don't want to do it anymore. I found a different path and I'm going to go on that. It could be something involving parental figures too, on the axis of the 10th and the 4th houses, like something major in the lives of your parents, and you have to like maybe be there as support or help make decisions. And also this is also a full moon because it's that axis of your home and family life and your career. For Aquarius, is some of you guys may be like trying to decide whether or not to relocate for the sake of your career too. So that's what it is for Aquarians. Yep, it could be something involving money, family, career, because Neptune is aspecting it from your second house of money. Excuse me. All right. So last but not least is Pisces. I'm about to lose my voice, so let me take a drink too. Gary says, my ex got exposed for cheating on me in the past by another person. To his current boyfriend, they broke up. Oh my gosh. Wow, Gary, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Mark says, no way, Mark. Mark, you must watch Lovely Tea, because that's exactly what she calls R. Kelly. And then she plays that little clip of that little dude playing the flute, all twirling and stuff. And I'm like, yo, I lose it every time she does that clip. But that's what she calls him. So anyway, you think he's a Sag rising? That's interesting. I'll have to play around with that rising sign and see what I think. But anyway, let's move it along to Pisces, because I'm getting a little delirious here. And I thank you guys again for hanging with me this late at night. So for Pisces, sun, moon, or rising, the full moon is in your 9th house. So this could be a decision based on like making a really big trip somewhere. Could be that. Could be some of you guys are deciding to go back to school, or you really want to learn something major. Like I'm talking about working as like an apprentice, somebody that you really look up to. You think that they're just like the master of something that you want to learn and that you want to master yourself. And so you want to work under them and learn everything that they can teach you. Like a sensei, like a sensei or like a grandmaster. You're a young grasshopper. Or they're like a guru to you or something. So maybe finding somebody like that can teach you the ropes of something that can really enhance your knowledge in a particular area, especially when it comes to something that you want to do as like a career or something. Excuse me. And the 9th house, so life experiences, ones that really open your eyes to the world, like that really open your eyes to the fact that you are not just a citizen of your home, your neighborhood, your city, your state, your country. You are a citizen of this entire world. It's your playground. You can go experience it, explore it. You can do any of that stuff. So there's something that can maybe open your eyes to that for Pisces people. That's why we usually say, oh, foreign culture and this and that. Yeah, it could be foreign culture, but foreign can mean anything that's just different, totally different than your norm, your day to day. So anything that really opens your eyes and your mind, to think more and want to learn more about the world. So something could be doing that. But then, of course, regular old astrology, travel. You could be making a travel plan, finalizing it. And actually, one of my oldest is a Pisces rising. And I know we have to finalize a trip that we're going to be taking to celebrate his graduation in a couple of months. So that has to be finalized. That's a trip. And also something finalized with education. And actually, yeah, my Pisces rising kid is graduating. So that is, and the 9th house is schooling. So there you go. There you go. So some of you other Pisces may be dealing with some of the same things, but it could be, yeah, hopefully if it's making a trip, it's like to somewhere like super dope for Pisces people. If you are making a super dope trip, let me know, because that way I can live vicariously through you, since I don't go anywheres. Nowheres. I go nowheres. Okay. I work from home and I daydream about going places that I plan to go to one day. So let us know, Pisces. But yeah, it could be something involving like maybe going back to school, for you guys. But it's something that's social, like a social type of a decision, to where you're like out there in the world. You're not just like in your little bubble, to get you out there a little bit more. So that is it, you guys. That's it for your full moon in Scorpio horoscope. And yeah, I better sign off because my voice is almost gone. because I'm a Taurus. Taurus rules the throat. It's a sensitive area if I talk too much. Okay. So thank you guys for hanging with me though. This like hella late at night, like broadcast, but I had to try to be consistent, even though I was all in my feelings during this full moon. Still kind of am. But oh, Jupiter's blessing said your sister graduated yesterday from university, Pisces rising. Word up. Yeah. So once again, if you guys would like me to look at anything personal in your life based on astrology, then go to my website. It's indigomoonastrology.com. The biggest things I have going on right now as far as any specials is Uranus and Taurus 8-year forecast. That means I look at how Uranus is going to affect you, not just by your sign, but I look at all different like angles and planets and everything, like super nerd stuff, right? For the next 8 years. And also your eclipse horoscopes for the eclipses that are happening this summer. You can get a head start on finding out how they're going to affect you personally. And also just regular readings I do. I do natal charts that just tell about your personality based on your astrology. I do relationship readings. I do readings for singles. You know, if you're single, you want to know like what's the deal with your chart and who you're attracted to and when can you possibly find love. Look at those too. My love and romance readings. Those are the major ones that I do. I do lots of them, and horoscopes, personal horoscopes. So yeah, indigomoonastrology.com. Check out my website and check out the webinar I'm doing on astrolada.com, partnering with Miss Lada Duncheva. Okay. So I will see you guys in my next broadcast. I promise I'll be back with some more videos soon after I am finished, completed with these huge projects. I can't wait for you guys to see them. I've got more in store, so stay tuned to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, of course, subscribe. And follow me on Instagram. I'm on Twitter sometimes and Facebook, and those are all under Cosmic Homegirl. You can find me there. I'm on Snapchat sometimes. It's still under Pisces Moon Goddess. They're tripping. They don't let me change the name. So go find me there if you want to see some of my weirdness. All right, guys. I'm delirious now. Need to go memes. So peace out. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys next time. Happy full moon in Scorpio. Go listen to The Weekend. Okay. Go listen to some other Scorpio energy music and enjoy yourself. Haha. All right. Peace.